Escape to the action. It's Seminole Casino Immokalee. It's Vegas style 24/7 because just like Vegas, Seminole Casino never closes. It is pure entertainment anytime you want, and it is truly where paradise wins.
We are about to take you on a culinary trip around the world. Chef Raghavan Iyer is the author of several best-selling cookbooks and the new president of the International Association of Culinary Professionals. He's been working to create a unique new flavor of recipe collections that explores the rich history of spices. It's called Spice Route. It's a journey of global flavors. Chef, thank you so much for joining us. Good morning.
Oh, good morning, Stephanie. I'm so glad to be here with you today.
So tell us the inspiration for the new spice recipe collection that you've been working on.
Absolutely. You think about the influence of spices, how it shaped the world. Countries were built and toppled down in the name of spices. And I looked at the countries that had touched along the way of the spice route. And so you look at, for instance, in China, I found the inspiration came from pork tenderloin that I tossed with 5-spice powder and stir-fried that with red bell peppers. From Greece, I looked at those convenient phyllo bundles that I stuffed them with garbanzo beans that I flavored with saffron and nutmeg. And then moving on to Persia, I looked at lamb, which I stewed with apricots, and then I finished it off with cumin and cayenne pepper. And then from India, which is something that is very close to me, and from the southwestern part of India, I took halibut and I dusted it with turmeric, seared that in canola oil, and poached it in coconut milk.
It sounds like you could really taste a lot of the culture. Now, if it were me, I don't think I would be able to choose, but for you, what would you say is your favorite recipe or ingredient in this collection?
To me, and in fact, I can talk about that today as I'm cooking the halibut for you, and some of the spices that we're using in there really works well. But what's interesting about that, when you think about the world of spices, you want an oil that actually can let the spices shine. So you want an oil that is extremely neutral in taste, light texture. Also, we cook with high heat, so you want an oil that can withstand those high temperatures. But to me, the two most important parts about an oil is it has to be extremely healthy and versatile. And canola oil really is all of that in the world of cooking oils. And so when you look at the oil that we're heating here, and you look at a spice that is also a healthy spice, turmeric, which I'm actually dusting very lightly with right on top of the halibut, and I'm going to actually sear that face down. And as you can see, the moment I add that beautiful yellow color that is starting to sort of come out of the fish, that's that sunny disposition we talk about. And so you're going to sear both sides with that. But in that same oil, which is really nice and hot, I'm going to look at the world of whole spices. And so you look at cardamom pods. I'm going to throw in a bay leaf in there, which is, again, everyday ingredient in your spice cupboard, and cinnamon stick. And these are all sweet spices that are very aromatic as well. And then some onion, red onion, that sort of pulls everything together. And so if you look at it, and I'm going to show you that beautiful color in the fish that we talk about. That's the color we're looking for that perfect sear. And it also cooks your spice without burning it. And so that's why you need something that can withstand all of that. And then, you want a liquid that's going to allow you to poach that fish without drying it out. And so coconut milk comes into play here, that creaminess that coats the fish. And then I've always said, you eat with all your senses. I mean, it has to smell good, it has to look good, and of course, it all boils down to how it is taste. And so with flavors like this, you can never go wrong. A little tomato for color, some ginger to provide a further sense of a layering we talk about. And this is what the whole world came to India for, was for black peppercorns. And so we're going to throw a few crushes of coarsely cracked black peppercorn, and you've got a dish that actually sings beautifully well with a chock full of flavors, and you continue to base that. And if you can notice it, I've served that fish to you over red rice, nutty. It sort of is a perfect backdrop to show you the flavors that are coming out from the sauce. But also, if you're not a big fan of nutty textures, you could certainly do that with noodles, or you could do that with white rice as well. But it is all about showcasing spices, which to me, I've always said, is the diva. And so you want an oil that's going to be sort of holding back in its personality. By the way, everything that I've talked about today, the recipes that I did for you, and all the information about spices along the spice route, I have it at the website canolainfo.org. So do check it out and cook away. And I've always said, I'd love to hear from you. So let me know how they turn out for you, any questions, any feedback. And I'd love to share my memories and your stories as well. So I hope to see you along the route.
Chef, it looks absolutely delicious. Thank you so much for helping us get our morning cooking. We will certainly check out the website and Spice Route, a journey of global flavors. And as always, we'll put this information on our website as well.
Thank you so much, Stephanie. Have a good one.
Thank you, Chef. All right, go to fox4morningglenn.com.
That did look good. All right, will your I-dos last until happily ever after? Up next, how to avoid marriage pitfalls to keep your love life blooming for decades to come.